What is the true measure of a man? Is it how he treated those around him? Is it his love of family and how he was loved? Is it how successful he was professionally? Is it about character, integrity, honesty? It is this and more. James Joseph Kirchdorfer Sr., or Jim to his friends, was a lifelong resident of Louisville, Kentucky, having been born there in 1940. His formative years were spent in St. Xavier High School and as a student at Bellarmine University. Jim worked in his father's downtown hardware store, learning the trade and learning what it took to be a good and fair businessman. His entrepreneurial spirit came naturally, and seeing a need for irrigation supplies in and around Louisville, in 1962 he created Irrigation Supply Company and a contracting company called Kirchdorfer Irrigation Company, both run out of the back of the same hardware store. The business was successful, bolstered by Jim's drive, creative ideas, and innovations. Jim's first real break into the municipal market came in mid-1970s, when Irrigation Supply Company spec'd and installed a fuse-length of high-density polyethylene pipe, or HDPE, at Troublesome Creek in Clayhole, Kentucky. The wide creek with its steep banks basically isolated 175 homes from connecting to the city's water supply, until Jim and his crew installed 6-inch HDPE pipe over the creek, successfully bringing the water supply to the grateful residents. Word of the project spread, and HDPE soon became the pipe of choice for many engineers and contractors faced with difficult installations. Jim and Irrigation Supply Company installed hundreds of miles of HDPE throughout the 70s, growing the business rapidly. Jim oversaw the first automatic underground Gulf irrigation system in the state of Kentucky, and he was the first to install a multi-row irrigation system using HDPE. Many of these early experiments and installation techniques are now industry standards throughout the country. Jim has been frequently recognized for his achievements, among them having been awarded the Winfrey P. Bunton Kentucky Turfgrass Man of the Year in 1998. Along this entrepreneurial journey, Jim married his wife of 45 years, Carolyn Galligan, which he jokingly said was the best business decision he ever made. And together they managed to raise 3 children. Under Jim's chairmanship and guidance, in 1999, Irrigation Supply Company officially became ISCO Industries, today the nation's largest supplier of polyethylene pipe, fusion equipment, HDPE piping systems, and fabrications. Keeping it in the family, Jim's sons, Jimmy and Mark, joined him in the business in the early 90s in key management roles, and now manage ISCO's day-to-day operations. Even as the company grew, Jim always encouraged a friendly family atmosphere, and many of ISCO's current employees have been with the company from its early beginnings. Jim's professional leadership style was characterized by his good nature, approachability, and willingness to listen, a style Jimmy and Mark uphold today as they are tasked with moving the company forward. Headquartered in Louisville out of the same building where Jim's father had his hardware store, ISCO today has grown to 25 locations in 3 different countries and is consistently listed as one of the 50 fastest growing companies in Louisville. ISCO was also named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 2 years in a row. ISCO's growth and marketplace achievements have been lauded on many fronts, and in 2004, with Jim hosting, then-President George W. Bush visited ISCO to deliver an economics-focused message. He recognized ISCO as an American model of a well-managed and innovative company that's creating jobs and opportunities for the American people. Jim was a lifetime golfer and lover of the game, and he believed golf taught many valuable life lessons. But his involvement with golf went well beyond the rounds he played with his friends and family. Seeing a need for more publicly accessible golf courses in and around the Kentuckiana area, he and a group of partners formed Golf Development Construction Company and built Quail Chase Golf Club in Louisville. In the 1990s, Jim was also involved in the development and management of Hidden Creek Golf Club in Sellersburg, Indiana, Maywood Golf Club in Bardstown, Kentucky, Sultan's Run in Jasper, Indiana, and the Bull Golf Club near Richmond, Kentucky. In 1999, Golf Development Construction received the Golf Course Builder of the Year award in the Small Builder category from Golf Course News magazine. Always involved in local and national organizations, Jim was a founding member of the Golf Course Builders Association of America, or the GCBAA, which he and several of his like-minded golf industry colleagues formed in 1971. Here's what Jim had to say in a GCBAA interview.
There was a real need in the golf business to get recognition of this being a specialty. I think that the certification program we have today was really an outgrowth of that. And it was the one thing that they talked about as some way to get people to recognize us as golf course builders.
He also served as GCBAA president from 1994 to 1996. In 2006, the GCBAA awarded him the Perry Dye Service Award and honored him as one of the founding members at the association's 40th anniversary event. This year, he'll be honored as the recipient of the Don A. Rossi Award, presented to an individual who has made a significant contribution to the game of golf and its growth. Seeing the need to bring golf to new generations, Jim and other association members helped create Sticks for Kids, a charity which provides junior golf clubs and materials to golf courses, municipalities, and youth organizations to enable kids from all socioeconomic and ethnic backgrounds the opportunity to play this game he loves so much. Back in 1998, Jim and the Golf Development Construction Company was very involved with the creation of a 3-hole practice facility in his hometown of Louisville as part of the Sticks for Kids program, in conjunction with the First Tee program, and none other than Tiger Woods and his dad Earl were on hand to christen the facility. Throughout his life, Jim was able to enjoy golf as a player, while giving back to the game through his innovations in irrigation technology, golf course construction, renovation and management, and his involvement in extraordinary organizations like the Golf Course Builders Association of America. Some of Jim's and Carolyn's fondest memories include the lifelong friends they've made through the GCBAA. James J. Kirchdorfer will be remembered for many things in regard to commerce and the game of golf. But we think he'd be more proud of his accomplishments as a devoted husband, beloved father and grandfather, and a good friend to us all. What is the measure of a man? Jim Kirchdorfer had it figured out.